Hi, Dean Jenkins with FollowMeTrades.com, and this is the market update for the week coming up of December 20th, 2015. You know, I've been saying for the last couple of weeks that after we broke out of this really tight trading range, that it was probably going to be dramatic, and boy, it sure has been, hasn't it? You know, earlier this week we had a bit of optimism. On Wednesday, the Fed released their minutes and talked about their plans for definitely for a rate hike this month, and then a path for rate hikes next year. And there was actually some enthusiasm. The market went up quite a bit on Wednesday, but you can see that enthusiasm has waned on Thursday and Friday, and we had some really sharp moves down. You know, there's talk. I talked last week about this notion of a Santa Claus Rally, where quite often December the market rallies and December ends up closing positive. So I say this year, if there's going to be a Santa Claus Rally, Santa's going to need Rudolph's help with that to guide him through this fog of bearishness that exists right now. So I'm going on record right now. I believe that the bear market has started. And I think I always talk about this pattern of lower lows, lower highs. You know, we had this low, a lower high, and we've put in a new low. We took out this previous low level, and I think that has meaning. I think the market is going to head down now, and it's going to correct. That doesn't mean it's going to, you know, we had such a dramatic move last August. We may not see those kind of moves again, but the trend is going to be down. That is my prediction. I think there's a very high probability of that happening. Now, that doesn't mean that it's, you know, it's going to do like it did in August again and do this. We may actually see a little bit of a rally from here. You know, we could go up and, you know, make some minor kind of things. I do not think it's going to go above this level. And on the Dow, this is 17,929. I do not think it will break through that level. Again, we may have some minor rallying, you know, very normal in a downtrend of lower lows, lower highs. We may see that, but the pattern, I think, is then going to establish itself as a very clear downtrend. And let me switch to a weekly chart now, and I'll give some specific predictions for where I think that downtrend will take us. So this is a weekly chart for the Dow Industrial. So every price bar on here represents 1 week worth of trading of price action. And you can see we've been in this amazing bull rally for 6 years. We had this pullback here. I think that's just the sign of that trend, that downtrend beginning. So this really was an Elliott wave 3 up, and I think we're going to get a wave 4 correction down. And the target zone for that is between a Fibonacci retracement level of 38.2 and 61.8, and so that would be into this zone right here. And so the price targets for that would be 14,429 to 12,003. So I believe price will work its way down in this normal healthy correction into this price target zone, and that'll be happening, you know, throughout 2016. The timing of it is hard to nail exactly. That is where I'm predicting it will go, and I think there's a very high probability of that happening and that it started now. And again, we could see some minor rallies and stuff. I do think it will stay below that level that I defined, 17,929, and then work its way down. And so there will still be long trades, but primarily we'll be biased to the short side, to going short on stocks, buying puts on stocks. So let me look over at the S&P 500 and update the values for that. This is the S&P 500, and this is the daily chart. We'll start with this. So here's the level. I do not think it will get above this level here of 2103.47. Again, even if it does some minor rallying toward the end of December, I think it's going to turn, and the downtrend has begun. It broke through this purple line that I had here already, which was a new low in this sequence down here, and I think this is going to continue. So that's, I don't think it'll get above that level. It has broken out of this channel that it was in, and to me it's really clear that it's heading down. Let me give a longer term prediction on that now. So here's the S&P 500 on a weekly chart. Again, every price bar here represents 1 week. Here's our last week, and again, the target zone, just doing a Fibonacci retracement, a normal healthy retracement as part of an ongoing trend from this 6-year bull run that we've been in would be down into here, down into this range between 38.2 and 61.8 Fibonacci retracement levels. And in terms of price for the S&P, that translates to 1644 to 1343. So again, it won't be a straight move, but the trend, I believe, super high probability that that's where the trend is going probably throughout 2016. And again, there's going to be some great profit. These downtrends happen a lot faster than the uptrend, so there's, you know, relatively dramatic price movement compared to the uptrends. So we got that to look forward to, and I will continue to provide updates and specific stock picks to my subscribers, my stock pick subscribers. As always, I'll take a look now at gold and oil. Here is oil. This is the USO ETF that I'm using to show oil. There's just no end in sight to this downtrend. It's way too long, way too mature for us to try and go short on oil at this point. All we can do is kind of sit back and enjoy that at the pump. Kind of record low for several years. Gas prices. At some point this will find a bottom, and then it will correct. And the corrective wave, once it really gets underway, has a long way to go up, and there may be some really good trades in oil and in energy companies. So we'll keep watching that. But for now, no real end in sight yet. It hasn't proven that this downtrend is over yet. So that's oil. And here is gold. Yeah, doggone gold. It went on and put it, when the Fed did their thing, and then Thursday and Friday, it put in a new low. Look at that. What we were really kind of hoping would happen would be that it put in this high, that low held, and it went and made new highs, and we might have had some chance that this a rally in gold was going to start. But look at that. It didn't do it. It went and put in a new low. So now we got to wait. We got to wait for something like this. I think that'll eventually happen. It typically does when the market goes down. This could be indeterminate for a while. If there's a short-term rally in the major indexes, in the Dow and the SP 500 toward the end of December, this may just bobble around. But maybe into next year, this trend will start, and I'll keep watching it every week and giving you updates. So that's the end of this week's update. Again, I think the bear market has started. I'm going on record. We may see some minor rallies, but the longer term trend is going to go down, and that's where the money is going to be made, is in the downtrend. There's plenty to trade there when it's going down, even things to go long on if you don't like going short things, but there'll be great trades. Next week should be interesting. We've got a lot of data coming out. On Tuesday, we got GDP and existing home sales. On Wednesday, we've got durable goods orders, personal income and outlay, new home sales, and then on Thursday, the jobless claims report. So that's a lot of data coming out, a lot of planned economic reports, and those typically move the market. The other thing is, it's the holiday week. Of course, Friday is Christmas, and the markets will be closed. And typically, as we get close to the holiday, midweek and later, the volume comes out of the market. A lot of the institutional traders, people who are trading for mutual funds, for hedge funds, insurance companies, retirement plans, all that stuff, they're on vacation. And that takes a lot of volume out of the market. And as that volume comes out and it's primary retail traders in there, it can get a little volatile sometimes. And so, be careful. If you got positions on, make sure you have stops and you're monitoring that closely. If you're day trading, be extra careful, because again, there's some the market can break out of its normal patterns and there can be some volatility. So that's the update. I sure hope you and your family have a great Christmas, whatever you celebrate at the end of the year. See you next week. And again, I hope you have a great Christmas holiday season. Thanks very much.